Hello everyone, welcome to the Forester channel. Today we are going to have a look at the visual evaluation of soil structure, or better known as the VESS. The VESS method began as a spade-based field test for soil aggregates. In 2007, soil scientist Bruce Ball and colleagues built on an old PeerCamp test to create a visual soil structure score. In 2011, Guimarães and partners in Brazil simplified and standardized the procedure, officially naming it to Visual Evaluation of Soil Structure, or VESS. VESS works by digging a small soil block with a shovel and visually judging how it crumbles. Over the past decade, it has been widely adopted worldwide as an on-farm soil health check. And VESS has been adopted for different land uses as well. Standard VESS is the original method for tilled fields, scoring a layer of 0 to 30 centimeter of soil. It classifies the soil block into a score based on aggregate size, porosity, and how easily roots grow. In grassland, a dense turf or root mat layer affects the structure. In 2018, Irish researchers developed GrassVES, which follows the same scoring concept but includes a flow chart and images specific to pasture soils. So GrassVES adds a special root mat score to capture the surface layer. Field tests show that GrassVES produces the same overall ranking as a standard VES on pastures, but with greater consistency. For deep compaction, a numeric subsoil structure score called SubVES was proposed. It examines soil profile below 30 centimeter, scoring traits like cracks, root depth, and hardness. SubVES essentially uses the VES logic and deep layers to pinpoint compacted flow pans or clay pans. In Forester app, the VES that we are using is actually the standard VES. So VES has seen real-world use around the globe. In 2019, a meta-study found that VES being applied in diverse climates and cropping systems worldwide. In practice, researchers and advisors use VES to detect soil compaction and management effects. For example, Brazilian studies in sugarcane and pasture areas found that conservation practices like no-till and cover crops gave significantly lower or better VESA scores, showing improvements in bulk density, porosity, and organic carbon. In Ireland, GrassVES was tested on 30 grassland sites. It gave the same diagnosis as VES for overall soil quality, but its focus on the root mat made the scores more reproducible. So we can have a look at the pros and cons of the VES. We will start with the pros. It's quick and easy. VES takes only a few minutes per site, using just a shovel and a chart, or Forster app. It's visual and holistic. It integrates multiple indicators, like aggregate shape, porosity, root distribution, all into one score. This gives a broad overall health picture at a glance. It's low cost and user friendly. Since it's on site, this is cheap and accessible. Farmers, students, or consultants can do it themselves for routine monitoring. And about the crons, we start with subjectivity, which is the most important one. Scoring can vary with the evaluator's judgment. Different people might rate the same soil slightly differently. It's moisture dependent. The soil must be at a moderate moisture. If it's too dry or too wet, VESA scores can be misleading. At depth limited, standard VES focuses on the top 25 to 30 centimeter. It won't directly reveal compacted layers deeper down, though sub-VES can address subsoil layers. And it's less quantitative. Unlike exact lab tests like bulk density, penetration resistance, and etc., VES is semi-qualitative. It assigns a class of 1 to 5 rather than a number. This trade-off means it's more of a screening tool than a precise measurement. So now we will go quickly through the VES in the Forester app and how to use it.
So if you go to the soil analysis section and go to the VESS, you will have this page. Just like any other tool in the Forester app, you will have this on the top right, which will show you some more information about the visual evaluation of soil structure and some referencing to the original developers of the VESS, standard VESS. And in the main page, you will have some information about the equipments you need, when to do the sampling, where to do the sampling, and the method of assessment, which is divided into different steps. And you can see it's guiding you with all the information you need and also the pictures until you reach to the step 3, which is the first interactive part. In this part, you're supposed to determine the number of soil layers that you see in your block. So by tapping on the +1, you can add more layers, up to 5 layers maximum. Why is that? Because it's very unlikely that you find more than 5 distinguished layers in the top 30 centimeter of the soil. Since the standard VESS is designed for the top 30 centimeter of the soil, and as I explained, it's very unlikely to find more than 5 layers, so we don't really need more than 5 layers in here. You can remove layers by tapping on the red button. Let's say we have a soil block that has 2 layers and we want to describe it. Let's say my first layer is 10 centimeter thickness, and my second layer is 20. So I have a soil block, which is 30 centimeter, 2 layers, 1 layer 10 centimeter, that second layer 20 centimeter. Okay. So we go down, and in the bottom we have the scoring page. Go to scoring. So we tap it and we go to this page, which is the page of a scoring, which is a bit technical, not really complex. I will explain to you how it works. In the top, you have these scrolling buttons, which is representing the actual columns in the printed version of the VESS. So if you look at the back side of the printed version of the standard VESS, you will see some columns that are having different options beneath them, and those options are represented here, scrollable if necessary, and not scrollable if not necessary. So everything is here. Each one of them have 5 different options. So you will use this to score your soil. How you should do it? You first start with the structure quality, and you look at your layer 1 and see which one of these options that are here in the middle of the screen matches your soil. It could be 1 option, or it could be maximum 2 options. Exactly what is written in the red notice in the top. Choose a maximum of 2 options. Why is that? Because your soil is either from this category, aggregates readily crumble with fingers, or from this category, aggregates easy to break with one hand, or something in between these two, where you mark both of them. There's no possibility that your soil is something in between these 3, right? Because this 3 is actually equal to this. No difference. And also, it's not possible that your soil is something in between this, right? Because it doesn't make sense that your soil aggregates readily crumble with fingers, but in the meantime, they're also difficult to break up. So that doesn't exist. So this is the logic behind choosing a maximum of 2 options. And don't forget to score all layers, because if you do not score a layer, its score is considered 0. Therefore, it is removed from the overall scoring. So how do we do the actual scoring? We have 2 buttons in the bottom, L1 and L2. Each one is representing the number of layers, the layers, layer 1 and layer 2. So you will use the same page to score each layer. So you just change the options that you choose. Based on that, you will score your layers. Let's say I want to try with my layer 1. I start from structure quality. Let's say I have an imaginary soil here with me, and the aggregates readily crumble with fingers. I go to the next column, size and aggregate, appearance of the aggregates. I see it's something like this. So I go quickly now to just show you how we do this scoring for each layer. I think that's the last one, yeah. So after you are done with all the categories, you go here and press the L1. And your first layer is, the score of first layer is 2. So what happens if I press the L2 now? it will be assigned the same score as the layer 1 because I didn't change any of the options here. So I'm using the same page for scoring all layers. What I should do is that when I'm going to layer 2, I should just come here and change all my options based on what I see on layer 2. So this is how it works basically. I go again, let's say I have a soil, it's like this, and I am blah blah blah, quickly choosing the options. Something like this. Now I have changed the options according to my layer 2, and when I press layer 2, the score is changed to the real score of layer 2, which is 3 in this case. So what do I do next? I press the calculate the score button when I'm done with all the layers, and the actual score of the layer and the whole soil block is calculated for me here. It's 2.67 in this case. The soil structure is considered firm, and you will get some information about the description and management. At the time of recording this video, it's not possible to actually save the data, and also it's not possible to look at the details of the layers and scoring system, but it is something that will be considered and added in the next updates, so keep an eye for it. And if you have any other questions about the VESS, don't forget to reach out to me from the contact support section here. And I hope you enjoyed the video of the VESS.